What's up, guys? Welcome to Blake's Garage. We are just now leaving 034 Motorsports, and we just got the TCU tune done and the Stage 2 tune. Now, this car is making a ton more power. I'm just going to overlay the dyno graphs for you right here. Before it was stock, and now it is, obviously tuned. So we're making a ton more torque, a ton more power. Let me give you my first impressions. So, right away, woo, it's got the torque. I was in fourth gear, actually. That is like absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna give it some beans. Right? Holy crap! Yeah, that's a bit more power. That feels really good, really good. Definitely a lot more torque down low, which obviously the dyno charts show that. But man, that feels nice. Ooh, we got little pops. Ooh, I like that. As you let off the gas, that's freaking sick. On the downshifts, you let off the gas a little bit. Sounds really good. Second gear, oh, night and day difference with the torque. So as far as the TCU tune goes, as soon as I take my foot off the brake, it does feel like the car wants to kind of lurch forward a little bit more, and it feels more aggressive on the clutches, like it's slipping a little bit less, like it's wanting to engage a little bit harder, which does feel cool. Man, we're gonna need some gas in this thing, so let's do that. But overall, just drive mode feels good. Shifts nice and easy, feels very normal, just like before. If you guys are hearing some noise in the back, that's because I got the stock downpipe in the back seat, kind of rolling into throttle. Half throttle feels super good. It doesn't really feel like you need to downshift to sport mode. It seems like you could actually just merge onto the freeway with absolutely no issues. I always felt like this car felt a little sluggish getting onto the freeway. I always had to kind of downshift it into sport mode, or just kind of hit it down a gear just to really rip out of the hole and just come on, at 70, 80 miles an hour just to get with freeway speeds. Whereas in drive mode, it was always just kind of like a little bit lacking. So that is really nice. I do like that advantage right there. So let's put it back into sport mode. Feels good. Definitely puts you back into the RPM and torque band that you want to be in. That torque and that sound, so good, so good. All right, guys, let's get some gas and then I'll come back to you. Ooh, yeah, that feels good. And you get those nice little DSG farts in between each gear, which they sound so damn good. I love that noise. As far as intake noise goes, I would say that my Arma Speed intake was quite a bit louder. Well, actually, this one sounds pretty damn good too. It's really hard to tell, but we do have that full box enclosure, which is super nice. I love the look of the carbon fiber and all that. It just looks amazing. It's really nice. I love it. Car feels super good. Mid-range torque is just right there. We're on this little back road right here, and ooh, man, the car feels so good, so good. But it's gonna be quite a bit slow because of people in the road. However, I love the noise that the car makes. It definitely has a much sportier sound, I will say. If you put it into 6th gear, it sounds quiet. It's not super droney, so that is good. I do have the stock exhaust on the car with the downpipe and with, basically it's in dynamic mode, so, we've got the little valves open. On the freeway, I don't think you're going to have any issues with it being too loud or being too droney, so that is great. All right, here's a sick little bridge. See if we can get some noise. Sounds amazing. Sounds super good. I love the sound of the intake too. The intake noises are just so much better. We were running the stock intake for about a month, and man, the turbo noises just completely go away when you don't have the intake. That intake noise is so good, and I definitely recommend that as a first mod on one of these cars, guys. If you're looking for like a little bit of a power boost, just do like the Stage 1 tune and do the intake, and you are going to make night and day power differences. Here's the dyno graph of that, guys. You can just see, I mean, literally that. The TCU tune is also huge. So the TCU, which is the transmission control unit, that actually limits the amount of torque that the engine is allowed to make. When that engine starts making too much torque, it basically says, hey, no, I don't like that, I can't handle that, we're gonna cut down that torque number. When you do the TCU tune, it actually changes that because it changes the clamping force of the actual clutch packs and all that. And, oh, look at that. Would you just look at it? So good, so good. One other cool thing is with the TCU tune, it will hold a gear. Hold gear and disappear, shift gear and disappear, whatever you want it to do. When you bang that gear up, it just, boom, it shifts very nice. It's a lot more firm, it's a lot crispy. It's not jerky by any means. It's not like, oh my God, that just ripped my neck off or anything. But it just feels super nice. I mean, it feels like how the car should have been from the factory. I feel like when you have it in manual mode, I mean, you should be able to just bang limiter and, you know, the car should shift automatically. Currently, in manual mode, I mean, it was basically the same as sport. If you left it in a gear for too long, it would upshift. You know, downshifting, it didn't do so much, but it would upshift if you went too high in the rev ranges. Okay, so we're gonna rip it in second. Oh man. Yeah, dude. Woo. I forgot how floaty the rear end is in this car. It's kind of a different oh jeez. Okay guys, so I'm used to driving the M4 now. And man, I do have the rear sway bar on this car, but geez, they're right. They were kind of talking to me about it today at 034. The rear trailing arms are basically, you know, they have some bushings in there. They do a spherical upgrade, and it makes a huge difference. And just driving around my M4 compared to this car, just in the rear, man, it's like it takes a second for the rear end of the car to actually kind of grip up and kind of settle. It just kind of like squats in. It's kind of a weird feeling. It just kind of makes you feel really disconnected from the back of the car. So I do have some mods for that. We're going to do some subframe lockdown, so keep an eye out for that, guys. That should actually make a huge difference. Now that I'm noticing that, I want to do that like so much because I've just been driving the M4. I really haven't been driving the S3 much at all. Rachel's just been primarily driving it. You know, it's a bit of a different experience, I would say, for sure. So just like with the crack of the throttle, oh, it feels so good. But the car feels weird, man. It just feels, I'm not used to it anymore. That back, oh man, I need to change it up. Definitely need to change that up. I don't know why I never noticed that so much before. I guess it's because I've been driving the car, you know, and I haven't had like a newer modern car to really compare that rear end feel to. Much quicker, car feels so much better, really does. Just feels a hell of a lot better. Oh yeah. Got a bunch of stuff there in the back, but whew, it definitely jams so much better now. It just feels like how it should feel. It just cooks. Yep. Alright, so that's a little bit of track rock and roll. Alright. Yeah, definitely impressed by the power upgrade. So that is very nice. Let's kind of take it down a little bit slower. Go from a dig from first gear. From about 10, roll into it. Oh yeah. First gear is like night and day. Night and day difference. Yeah, it feels much better. Wow. Smooth sailing. Yeah, overall, like power delivery feels really good. Cruising along, 80-ish miles an hour. Sounds great. You know, it does get a little bit more drone when under load, obviously, with the dealio, but man, does it feel nice. Whoops. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, so yeah, overall, first impressions, it freaking rips. It's so much better. Night and freaking day difference. yeah, huge shout out to 034 Motorsports. Just made the car completely different. Ooh, you got the beans right there. It's getting the beans. It's getting the beans. All the beans in the world is what it has now. So that feels really good. I can't wait to like slap some 100 octane in this thing or something, you know, and really just get it on track and really rip it around. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you liked the video. We'll talk to you soon. Later, and Rich on.